I've noticed there's a campaign to raise more English flags around England, and it's striking how something so simple can stir up such strong feelings. Perhaps instead of getting caught up in arguments, this is a good opportunity to remind ourselves and to educate others about the richness of English culture and the contributions that have shaped not just this country, but the wider world. Take the English language itself. It's one of the most widely spoken in the world today, a common bridge between people of vastly different backgrounds. From everyday conversations to global business and diplomacy, English connects lives across continents. Our literature is another gift to the world. Writers such as William Shakespeare, Jane Austen, and Charles Dickens helped define storytelling itself, creating characters and ideas that still resonate centuries later. More recently, authors like J.K. Rowling have reached new generations, showing that English voices continue to inspire imagination worldwide. The sciences, too, have been transformed by English thinkers. Isaac Newton's laws of motion remain the bedrock of physics. Charles Darwin's theory of evolution reshaped how we see life itself. Stephen Hawking carried that legacy forward, opening up new ways of understanding the universe. When it comes to democracy and freedom, England's Magna Carta set principles that continue to influence governments around the world. It was a statement that no one, not even a king, was above the law. That legacy of fairness and accountability still shapes our institutions. Cultural exports are perhaps the most visible part of English identity today. From the Beatles and the Rolling Stones to Adele and Ed Sheeran, English music has travelled the globe, carrying with it not just melodies but pieces of our history and outlook. Alongside music, English film, theatre and art are recognised and celebrated everywhere. Sports are another area where England's influence runs deep. Football, cricket and rugby are played in streets, schools and stadiums across the planet. The Premier League alone is watched in almost every country, creating communities of fans who feel connected through a game that began here. Architecture tells its own story. From medieval castles like the Tower of London to the Gothic beauty of Westminster Abbey to modern icons such as the London Eye, English buildings carry both history and innovation, standing as symbols of continuity and progress. Innovation has always been a hallmark of England. The Industrial Revolution changed how the world works, setting in motion a wave of inventions and engineering advances that continue to influence medicine, technology, and everyday life. Even in food, there is something uniquely English that has spread worldwide. Afternoon tea, the Sunday roast, or the full English breakfast may seem ordinary to us, yet they are distinctive traditions that many visitors seek out to experience a piece of our culture. Of course, all of this is just a starting point. There are countless other achievements and traditions worth exploring, but what matters most is the spirit behind them. The idea that culture is not about shutting others out, but about sharing, learning, and celebrating what makes us unique while appreciating what others bring. Sometimes people living far from England feel their national identity more keenly than those at home. Distance can heighten the sense of belonging, spark nostalgia, and make cultural traditions feel all the more precious. Living abroad often means sharing your heritage with people who know little about it, and that act of explanation can deepen your own connection. Meanwhile, those who remain in England may feel their identity more quietly, because it's woven into daily life and doesn't need to be consciously asserted. National identity, then, is not something fixed or uniform. It varies from person to person, shaped by personal experience, geography, and the cultural mix around us. What's important is that we recognise and respect each person's relationship with their own culture, whether it is expressed loudly through symbols and songs, or quietly in everyday life. Raising a flag should not be a cause for division. Instead, it can be a prompt to celebrate the depth of English history, the creativity of its people, and the ways in which our culture continues to influence and interact with the wider world. By remembering and sharing these achievements, we not only strengthen pride in ourselves, but also open doors to greater understanding and appreciation between nations.